Today is Sunday, March 15th, 2026. We are parked actually across the highway at Falling Waters. It's about 8:30 in the morning. We just walked under the highway and it is like pretty deep snow. I'm shocked. We haven't hiked in a week. There is major melting. This is the other parking at Lafayette Place, which is, I guess, full. It doesn't look like they plowed since whatever happened yesterday, which Falling Waters has like maybe 2 inches of snow in the parking lot. We're going to go up and do the Kinsmans today on Fish and Jimmy. So we've got some clear skies. I think the weather's going to turn in the afternoon, and we should be down by then, hopefully, or most of the way down. So we're going to head up to Lonesome Lake first. I'm waiting for John. We are carrying all kinds of traction right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to don first. Bare booting right now. Lots of people yesterday, all over the place, said nobody needed snowshoes for the most part, but I'm carrying snowshoes. There was some snow last night. I'm kind of hopeful that we'll be able to use snowshoes. I also have K10s. Fish and Jimmy can be quite icy, and lots of reports from other trails talked about ice. So we'll see how it goes. The trailhead for this parking is over here. The normal trailhead parking is over to the left as you come in, southbound on 93, and they close it in the winter, or it's closed this winter at least. That has significantly more parking than this parking lot. This parking lot is full. Those are reserved spots. Okay, and we're off. So far, it's beautiful. It was snowing in Twin Mountain all morning and looked nasty. As soon as we got on Route 3, it cleared right up. Cannon was in a cloud, but Franconia Ridge is clear, so I think we'll be good. This is the viewpoint for Lonesome Lake. Right across the lake right there is the hut. And I mean, normally I would walk right across here, but there's been such a warm up in the last week. I can see open water over here, and nobody has gone across this. So I'm thinking that maybe this fresh snow might be hiding some not so good ice. I don't know. So everybody else has gone around. So we're gonna go around, do the smart thing. And I don't know if you could tell. Look at that big cloud is coming in. Still south of the notch though. Okay, so we just came through here. And then if you want to go around the lake the other way, you go that way. That will also take you to, there's a junction there, right? With Kinsman Ridge Trail? Yes, I think so. So if you were to go over the cannonballs, but you can go this way. This is on the side with the hut, which is up a hill right behind me here. Over here is where their dock is, or they have like a canoe I think there's a dock there in this summer. The side of Cannon, and then Franconia Ridge. Look at the delineation with that cloud. Yikes. All right, we are above the hut now, and there was right behind us, just, I don't know, less than a tenth of a mile, there's a downhill, and I wondered how that would be. And it was sheer ice, but there was a walk around to the left. But here it's like a cliff. And this is not that long. It's like 5 feet. But there's no way. These snowshoes, we're using these snowshoes. There's just no way. And there's no way around it. If you had a rope, maybe you could rope yourself on a tree, but there's like no traction. So we're switching over right now to K10s. And then I know there's another place that's real sketch, but it's climbing up and it's a little ways on. So I think we'll put our snowshoes back on after we get down this. Okay. Well, that's better, huh?
It's better, but
still sketch. Yeah. Would you like that snowshoe?
I thought it would slide right down.
It would if you were wearing it. All right.
Yep.
Success. Bring all the traction, I guess. Although we carried rock spikes too. There's plenty of coverage right now. Tomorrow it's going to be a big rainstorm, so who knows what's going to happen. We made it to the intersection with Fish and Jimmy, so this is the end of Fish and Jimmy. Kinsman Pond Trail, which goes out to the campsite, and Kinsman Pond. Kinsman Ridge Trail, which goes this way. It's got a newish sign. I don't know. We haven't been up here in more than a year, so I don't know how old that sign is. That goes up to the Kinsmans, and then this direction is Kinsman Ridge Trail over the Cannonballs, and then to Cannon. It's had some traffic. Looks like it got really quite post-hold, so I don't know. I don't know if it goes all the way across or not, if it's broken. And yeah, we just ran into 2 hikers who are going up. We have another guy behind us who's kind of undecided on what he's doing, I think. And we saw a trail runner who came up to the pond and came back. Everybody's in snowshoes except the runner. And I think this is neat. I saw another one right before here where they just nailed the AT blaze to the tree. Interesting. I think there's another one up here. All right. Onward. We're over 3 miles in now, so it's not too much further to get to North Kinsman. The summit is nondescript and kind of like right on the trail, and then the viewpoint is going to be on the left-hand side. And there's a secondary viewpoint, which I'm not going to try to get to. I think it's probably hard to get to it in the winter. Or maybe it's really easy. I don't know. It's a little bit tricky in the non-winter. Maybe if it were filled with snow, it would be easy. So far, we've only needed our K10s on that one spot where it was a descent. There's another ascent that was really tricky. And I think I'm going to have to switch over on the way down for that. Beautiful. We're up at the North Kinsman viewpoint now. There's actually a secondary one. I think you go that way. It could be this way, but I think it's this way. And there's actually a trail. Like it's hard to see though. And it takes you out onto this ledge out here where you get a really good view straight down at Kinsman Pond. You can't see Kinsman Pond from here. This is Lonesome Lake right there. Of course, Cannon and the Kinsmans. Franconia Ridge.
Say Cannon and Kinsmans?
Yeah. Sorry, Cannon and the Cannonballs. We're on the Kinsmans.
Yeah.
Right, this is North Kinsman. South Kinsman is kind of over there. Scar Ridge with those 2 slides, and then Loon ski area. Behind that's Osceola's. And the Sandwich Range. You can see North Tri-Pyramid Slide. Let me zoom in. Check that slide out. Can I go more? That's cool, huh? And then coming around, I think that's Chicorowa right there. We've got Flume with the slides on it right here, and Liberty. And then to the left of Liberty is Kerrigan. Nice, the sun is trying to come out. Nice thick cloud layer though. There's the sun, it's working. And yeah, very low winds, mild temperatures. We're wearing like a wind layer. And that's it. Snowshoes are the way to go. We just saw 2 people descending and they had on spikes. But at least the one well, I think she was a runner, so she probably didn't have snowshoes. And the man had snowshoes with him. I think he probably wore them up and swapped out. All right, we're gonna head over to South Kinsman now. But this is nice. It's warm enough to sit and like have dinner, or not dinner, lunch. I can see the edge of the presidentials trying to come out of a cloud. Right there. right. And of course, looking over towards the Kilkenny Range, stuff in the North Country. All right, lovely. Not too scary. Descending might be a little bit of a interesting thing. We are just at the final climb before the south Kinsman summit. Like there's two places that are basically the same height. So if you come up and turn around, because there's a high snowpack, actually, can you move out of my way? Yeah. Step off trail like 3 feet. You get a nice view of Kinsman Pond right there. Look at that. And of course, North Kinsman, Cannonballs and Cannon, and Lafayette right there. And then right up here, about 50 feet away, I think, is the turn that goes out. There's like I think there's a geodetic marker at it, but it is not technically a high point. Oh no, maybe it's further up. Let's see. Yeah, like right in here. So this is, some people think this is the summit, but actually, I believe that LiDAR shows that's higher. And you can see it's like right there. There's actually a hiker there. He's heading up towards the big cairn that looks like a throne, which is like right there. Okay, we're gonna head over there. We have seen several people now. Most people have on snowshoes. Some people coming back had on spikes, but were carrying snowshoes. There's a couple places coming off of North Kinsman towards the south. Oh, and there's Moose right there. Moose Lock. Look how cool that is. There's a couple places that are kind of sketchy, so I could see where you might want something more aggressive. Although the hard part is coming down it, not going up it, so who knows. And we ran into someone who we've run into before, who recognized us. So hi, shout out to Chuck. It's great to see you again. And there you have it. Almost there. We had some intermittent sun on the way over, but I'm happy. I'm happy just to have a view. This is on South Kinsman. So this is North Kinsman right through here. And Cannon, Franconia Ridge. And then sticking up is Bond and Bond Cliff. Let me drill in a little. There you go. So Bond and Bond Cliff. What else is back there? We've got Liberty and Flume with Kerrigan between them. And then the Hancocks. In the distance in the center here is Chikorwa. And the Sisters right there. And then Passaconaway and the Tri-Pyramids. Osceolas, Scar Ridge, Tecumseh. All right. Pretty nice. The sky is definitely getting more ominous. I think we will be heading back and down. This was a good choice today, I'd say. We are back at Lonesome Lake now. You can see it's really looking not very nice. And there's a hiker coming across the lake towards us, and we're gonna walk across the lake too. Lots of tracks now. We talked to some other people today and we were all like, did you cross the lake? Nope. but the group that stayed at the hut last night apparently left and went across. So we all decided if they made it, we'll go across too. So we should be back shortly. Should be like 9.25 miles maybe. And yeah, that was good. Trail conditions were pretty good, but there's a big storm coming tonight. And at least in Twin Mountain is a winter weather advisory from 3 a.m. until noon for heavy rain, then sleet, then some ice accumulation also. So I think it's going to be a mess. We'll see. We're going to hike on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm not sure what we'll be doing, but should be okay. And yeah, this is our first hike since last Saturday we did Tecumseh. I did not make a video. It was just a quick calendar day trying to beat the rain, and we did not beat it. But it was uneventful. All right, snowshoes today were the order of the day. You might want some sharp traction in just a couple places though.